Hello, I'm Chris Travell from Merits Research, and thanks for dropping by the site today. We do a lot of work in the area of customer experience, and we firmly believe, as many others do as well, that the customer experience can be a real point of differentiation in whether or not someone's going to buy a car or not. One of the areas that I would encourage you to look at is in looking at how customers are treated when they come into a dealership for the first time. How do the salespeople react and welcome and essentially make that customer feel at home? What I mean by this, and to illustrate it, I was giving a talk a little while ago for a bunch of luxury manufacturers. They're salespeople and dealer principals and those types of folks. And the point I was trying to make was make sure that basically when a customer comes in, that they are made to feel welcome, and also not to prejudge them because you really don't know who they are. Well, at the break, a salesperson came up to me and said, "Chris, I'm absolutely guilty as charged on that count." And I said, "Well, that's very interesting. Can you tell me, what happened? What's your story?" And he said, "Well, a little while ago, a gentleman came into our showroom, and he came in, and in fact, I thought he was a street person. He wasn't dressed very well. He kind of mumbled when he spoke. He was looking for a used car. He wasn't looking for a new one. So I wasn't quite sure how to accept him. And in fact, I pretty much dismissed him as a customer who really wanted to do some business with our dealership." Well, his wife came in a few minutes later, and the three of us struck up a conversation, the salesperson told me, and it became readily evident that indeed they were quite interested in buying a used vehicle, and we proceeded to do the deal. Well, cutting right to the very end of the story, as it turns out, the gentleman who came into the salesperson's dealership turned out to be Ken Thompson. Now, those of you who may not be familiar with who Ken Thompson was, at the time of his death, he was the 8th richest person on the face of the earth. He probably could have bought a used car and in fact a new car, and in fact the entire dealership about 100 times over. So certainly the salesperson acknowledged at that point that I will never do that again. I will never prejudge who those customers are because you never really know who they are. So in designing your customer experience, it's stories like this that help reiterate the importance of customers, who they are, and not to prejudge them, because you never really know who's coming into your showroom. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments or feedback, please let me know.